भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्।
लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर विजय रथ ले हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। हो समर्पण लखन जैसा राम जैसा त्याग हो। भीष्म सा हो नियम पालन शौर्य में अभिमन्यु हो। आपदाओं को कुचल कर वीर बालक हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। बुद्ध जैसे कारुणिक हो धीर हम महावीर से। ध्रुव जैसे निश्चयी सत्याग्रही प्रहलाद से। दुर्दम्य सारे संकटों में अग्निपथ पर भीख ले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। हनुमान से सेवाव्रती जिज्ञासु हो नचिकेत से। कर्मयोगी कृष्ण जैसे वीर हो हम पार्थ से। बलिदान गोविंद सिंह सहो स्वार्थ सारा ही चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। देशभक्ति हो शिवासम प्रेम हो गौरांग सा। स्वाभिमान प्रताप सा हो तेज झांसी वाली सा। जलती शहीदों की चिता से हृदय में अंगार ले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर विजय रथ ले हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। ध्येय ज्योति नित जले।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
अथैकादशोऽध्यायः।
अथैकादशोऽध्यायः।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
मदनुग्रहाय परमं गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम् यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन मोहोऽयं विगतो मम भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम् एवमेतद्यथार्थत्वम् आत्मानं परमेश्वर द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम मन्यसे यदि तच्छक्यम् मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वन् दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम् श्रीभगवानुवाच पश्य मे पार्थरूपाणि शतशोऽथ सहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च पश्यादित्यान् वसून् रुद्रान् अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा बहून्यदृष्टपूर्वाणि पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत इहैकस्थै जगत्कृत्स्नम् पश्याद्य सचराचरम् मम देहे गुडाकेश यच्चान्यद्द्रष्टुमिच्छसि न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna. In Zoom meeting, if you want to turn off the notification of Zoom chats, then click on the chats and then click on these three dots, turn off notifications, click on that, click on the mute option, and now chats notification will not disturb you. Jai Shri Krishna.
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ। भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा, ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
Jai Shri Krishna and welcome to one and all. Here we gather today for a divine chapter 11th Vishwarupa Darshan Yogana. So before we start, my heart reverence and pranam in the feet of Prabhu Sri Hari and Param Pujya Swami Sri Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj. Jai Shri Krishna. I would like to welcome you once again in my mother tongue, Gujarati. રીત નોખી રિવાજ નોખા શબ્દોજ મારે મન કંકુને ચોખા. From my words, I welcoming you by heart to all of you in this valuable chapter, Vishwarupa Darshan Yogo Nam. So today's chapter is a Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga Nam, Arjun's request to give, and due to Arjuna we see Vishwarupa Darshan, divine roop of the God, Lord Krishna. If you think it is possible to see it, and then Lord has given inmute sense to Arjuna. But human eyes cannot behold the infinite. To bridge this gap, Krishna grants Arjuna, giving Divya Chaksu for divine vision. So let us start this session with prayer by our Hindu scriptural, our Sanatan Dharma tradition prayer. I would like to welcome Chandrika Menon Didi. She is from Guruvayur. She is BA in Sanskrit. She is housewife. She is giving seva as a core trainer, group coordinator. She has joined Geeta Pariwar in March 2024. So please welcome Chandrika Menon Didi.
जय श्री कृष्ण। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कौसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः।
Thank you very much, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. We are moving ahead for Deep Prajwalan. Before we are moving ahead about the Deep Prajwalan, I would like to give few points about Zoom session. If you are facing any issues in Zoom sessions, if you are facing a chat box or chats, so please three dots on the right on the top, you please put their notification button and mute, so notification will not disturb you. If you are facing any video problem, so please as a video icon at the bottom of your mobile or in laptop, beside the audio buttons, please start your video. If you are facing a audio cut, so please use your headphone, otherwise use your regular audio. If you are facing a disturbance in Zoom, so please check your internet connection. Instead of your mobile data, any data, use Wi-Fi. So if there is a regularly problem, so please do not afraid. You can view or you can see from the YouTube channel, and you can rejoin from Zoom session as you had provided link. So we are moving ahead for Deep Prajwalan. So we will be ready for Deep Prajwalan. Please join your hand and divine matter for Deep Prajwalan. I would like to Aarti Mahulkar. She is from Nagpur. She is postgraduate diploma in business, postgraduate in business administration. She is housewife. She is very much interested in reading music and seva. She is a trainer. She is a mentor. She is an examiner. She is multi-talented. She has joined Geeta Pariwar in December 2020. She is a most senior person. So please welcome Aarti Mahulkar ji for Deep Prajwalan.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you very much, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. Your beautiful Deep Prajwalan. You have enlightening our Zoom room and YouTube. So we are moving ahead for our most awaited and important part of this session. So interpretation session. To help us navigate this overwhelming vision, we have divided our interpretation sessions in a last part. So final part is here. So Vishwarup shatters Arjuna's ego and his limited perception of Krishna as merely a friend. The aspect of time Kal, Krishna's famous declaration, Kalosmi lokakshaya kruta pravruddho, I am time, the destroyer of words. We explore the inevitable of destiny, the return to grace, why Krishna eventually returns to his four-armed, then two-armed human form, proving that while his power is infinite, his love is accessible. So we deep dive in this last part of the session, I would like to invite our profound speaker, Shraddha Raodeo ji. She is disciple of Param Pujya Swamiji Govind Devgiri ji Maharaj and deeply committed to Geeta Pariwar's mission, blessed by Pujya Swamiji with the title of President of Geeta Pariwar Bhagyanagar, Hyderabad, and actively serving in this role as a resident of Bhagyanagar, Hyderabad, associate with Geeta Pariwar's online Geeta class since its second batch, August 2020. Trainer of the first ever jail classes at Learngeeta, where inmates under her guidance memorized 12 chapters, were in chapters successfully and cleared the Pathik exam by jail Skedi, laid the foundation of monitoring team at Learngeeta and led it over 2.5 years in Geeta Pariwar, currently leading the literature of publication proofreading team of Learngeeta in 13 languages, also serving as a Vivechak for online Geeta class, conducting weekly interpretation sessions, offers seva in various departments, training, examinations, and several other teams in Learngeeta. She is teaching Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā to kids and working for Bal Sanskar Kendra, imparting Hindu scriptural knowledge and patriotic values to children for a decade. She holds BE Electronics and postgraduate diploma in IT systems and management. In the past, she worked as a mobile application developer, team leader for more than 13 years in corporate sector. She is cool, calm, keen, and profound speaker. So I am not taking too much time between you and her. So please welcome Shraddha Raodeo ji. Welcome, Didi.
देशभक्ति हो शिवासं प्रेम हो गो
Jai Shri Krishna. Sorry for interruption. Didi has joined. So please, I would like to once again welcome Didi. We are most awaiting for you for interpretation sessions. It is important part of this final session. So please welcome Shraddha Raodeo ji.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya, am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible. Your video is not showing.
Yes, Bhaiya,
Didi,
I am
please.
joining from, 1 second, Bhaiya. I am joining from another device for my video.
Okay.
1 second. Just a moment, Bhaiya.
Yeah.
I will join back from this thing. Bhaiya. I'm trying to switch to the I'll log out and log in again. Bhaiya.
सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर विजय रथ ले हम चले सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले समर्पण लखन जैसा राम जैसा त्याग हो भीष्म सा हो नियम पालन शौर्य में अभिमन्यु हो आपदाओं को कुचल कर वीर बालक हम चले सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले बुद्ध जैसे कारुणिक हो धीर हम महावीर से ध्रुव जैसे निश्चयी सत्याग्रही प्रहलाद से दुर्दम्य सारे संकटों में अग्निपथ पर भीख ले सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले
योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा गीता परिवार हमारा
जय गीता माँ जय भारत माँ जय गीता माँ
में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा, फिर से जीते देश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
सो आपका धैर्य के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very much for your being a patience. You are a most awaited for Shraddha Raodeo ji. She has joined due to some technical issue. So for delay. So please welcome Didi once again in Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. So we will heard from you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Am I audible? I just wanted to
Yes.
confirm. Yeah. Jai Shri Krishna. Very warm welcome to this session, each one of you. I'm extremely sorry about the technical glitch also on my end. Really very sorry. Let us all begin with Vishwarupa Darshan and let us continue this chapter from where we had left last time. We are in the middle of a very beautiful chapter, something that we all look forward to when we are learning the Bhagavad Gita. This is the chapter that is most sought after chapter, and we are at the concluding part of this chapter session today. So let us all begin by bowing down to Puram Puja Gurudev, with whose blessings we all are able to study these beautiful chapters. Let us all begin. Hari Om. Hari Om. Vasudev Sutam Devam Hamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Pathaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana मध्ये Mahabharatam Advaitam Ratavarshiniam Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamani Sandadhami Bhagavad-gītā Bhagavad-gītā. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Hari Om. This chapter so far we have seen some extremely beautiful instances, and we have seen the description of the Vishwarupa Darshan, where Arjun gets to see the beautiful, magnanimous, divine form of Parampita Paramatma in his most divine form, the form which has not been seen by anyone so far. And we have started in the last session. We have gone through the shlokas, which are extremely divine shlokas, where Arjun brings out the most desperate prayers for Shri Krishna. In the last session, we have seen some of the most beautiful emotions from Arjun, where he is bowing down to Paramatma, where he is praising Paramatma, where he is bowing down and expressing his heartfulness. Heartfully, he is expressing his emotions as to how close Shri Paramatma is to Arjun. And not only that, he also thinks about the association that Arjun and Shri Krishna have had so far. In the last session, we saw how Shri Krishna is addressed with different adjectives, and how Arjun, with from the depth of his heart, apologizes for not acknowledging his greatness. Arjun apologizes, saying that I have known about your greatness, I have seen your miracles. However, from within, that respect never came. That respect was always there. However, in my informal behavior, saketi matva prasavanya duktam, how I have behaved with you, because they have a very special relationship. They have a very special relationship of a brother-in-law and brothers in the web of these relationships. How Arjun has behaved with Shri Krishna, he remembers all these, and with that, a very profound expression of emotions come from Arjun, where he apologizes profoundly, saying, how have I behaved with you? We have completed up till the 42nd shlok, where Arjun puts his very desperate forgiveness, desperate request for forgiveness, where he says that Kshamaye, you please forgive me for how I have behaved with you when I was walking with you, when I was sitting with you, when I'm talking with you, everywhere the way I have behaved with you, please forgive me for all my behavior. Hmm? And he just doesn't stop there. What kind of forgiveness he is asking for? What kind of forgiveness does Arjun seek from Shri Krishna? He says, you are the father of this entire universe. Today we will be starting our interpretation from the 43rd shloka. The desperate prayer comes from Arjun. Vitasi. I got unmuted. Sorry, I got muted from the other device. So here he has a very desperate prayer that comes from Arjun. Today we will be starting from the 43rd shlok. Vitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya puchasya gururarihan नत्वत्सपूज्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रयेऽप्यप्रतिमप्रभाव. What Arjun is saying here is so beautiful. You are the father of this entire universe. Vitasi lokasya. Now, this universe does not mean you are the father only of the human being, only of the creatures. No, all the creatures, not just creatures, the mobile and the immobile things both. You are not just the father of only the creatures around us. You are the father of the immobile, mobile, all creations that we see around us. You are the greatest of all. Tvamasya pujasya gururariyan. You are the most worshipable, most adorable, most sacred amongst whom? Amongst the gods and the gurus, the worshipable ones. Who are those who are worshipable? The gods, they are worshipable. The guru, our Param Puja Gurudev, they are the worshipable people. And you are even more Shrestha, you are even more sacred, you are even more greater than them. And what are we talking about? Natvat samostya bhyadika kutonyo. We forget about anybody being, in all the three worlds, in all the worlds that I know, in all the entire universe that I know, you have unparalleled powers. You are the most powerful. You're the one with the highest power. You are the unparalleled one. Natvat samostya. There is nobody equal to you. Forget about. There is no question arises. No question about anybody excelling you. Forget about anybody excelling you. There is nobody who can come equal to you. Natvat samostya. Nobody is equivalent to you. Nobody can come even equal to you. Abhyadika kutonyo. No question about anybody excelling you. You are simply incomparable, so great. And this greatness, it is like, at this moment, Arjun feels as if I have got a kalash of Amrit. I've got an Amrit, and when we get something as pious, as precious as Amrit, what we would do, we would preserve it. Use just one drop at a time. But what we are doing, what he has done, it is as if I've got a kalash of Amrit, and like in ordinary water, I've used it for gargling. That kind of emotion Arjun has. What have I done? He's in excessive shock. What have I done? He's in great, he's profoundly in this miserable situation. He feels, what have I done? And Arjun continues to plead, and he says, please listen to my prayers. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvamahadhishamidhyam पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियः प्रियायार्हति देव सोढुम्. Now this prayer is another one step ahead. He says that this is a very beautiful, very sweet verse from Arjun, where all his emotions are coming out. All the shlokas that we have seen from shlok number 36, they are profound. They have profound emotions from Arjun. But here again, this is a very sweet verse where how the small children will say to their mother, you are my mother, no. Then you can understand, no. You are my mother, no. Please forgive me. If they have to ask you for a chocolate, how desperate. They will add that fragment of relationship where they will remind, you are my mother, you have to love me more, I'm special to you. That innocence, that assurance, that relation they will associate for what? To get more love, more affection, more forgiveness when required, and to ensure that their prayer is answered. If how our children will say, they will ask for something, they would want something, we will keep saying no, no, and then they will say, you are I'm your most favorite, no, I am your dear child. And that is a reminder, you are special to me and I am special to you. By giving the memory of these relationships, the person is trying a desperate prayer to do what? To connect and get what they are seeking. This is exactly what Arjun is doing in this beautiful verse. He says, he is praising Shri Krishna further. And what does he say? Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam. I am bowing down to you. I am not just doing pranam, I am doing dandavat pranam. How we will do pranam? If we see elders, we will just join hands. That is our namaskaram, that is our pranam. But sometimes what we will do when we go to the temple, Dandavat Pranam, the whole body we will surrender at the feet of Parampita Paramatma. Arjun says, I am doing that to you. Tasmat Pranamya Pranidhaya Kayam, this entire body I am surrendering. I am doing Dandavat Pranam to you. I am not just doing Pranam to you, I am doing Dandavat Pranam to you. And you have to do what? You have to be happy with me. Prasadaye. Hmm? What is he asking? I'm craving for forgiveness. Prasadaye tvamaham isham. You are isham, idyam. Idyam refers to what? Adorable. You are the most adorable Lord. See, here there is a balance between the love and the respect. He's also at one place saying, you are the Lord, you are the prime God. You are the God of everything, and at the same time he says you are adorable. He's trying to balance both, and he is also trying to evoke that love within Shri Krishna. And what does he say? He gives him the assurance. He reminds him of three relationships, which are very, 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 very cute, we can say. Very, very special relationships. What are the three relationships? Piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyuh. You are how a father will forgive the son, no matter what the son has done. He will scold. He might scold. He might say the things, might give a piece of advice, might scold. But even after all that, ultimately what the father will do, he will forgive. Sakheva Sakhyuv. In Hindi and other languages, we say everything is there in friendships. In friendship, no sorry, no thank you, that kind of things we say, right? Similarly, Arjun says that how a friend, irrespective of anything, they will forgive. In friendship, सब कुछ चलता है like that. So, you forgive me. If not like a father and son, at least like a friend, you can forgive me. Sakheva Sakhya Priya Priyayar Hasideva Sodam. How the husband and wife will be. Irrespective of what, they will fight, they will disagree, they will, have different opinions about each other. But when there are difficult times, the husband and wife, they will understand each other, forgive each other, and support each other and stay together. So, giving the assurance of these three, giving the examples of these three relationships, Arjun says, how a father will be forgiving his son, how a friend will forgive another friend. Like that, you also forgive me. Just like that, how a husband and his wife, they will forgive the spouses. Like that, you also forgive me. In all these examples, he's giving all these relationships, he's reminding, like that, you also forgive me. But forgive me because now I cannot see you like this. You please forgive me. See what at this moment Arjun is also praying that he's feeling that this dangerous, very terrifying form he's showing because probably Shri Krishna is angry with me. He's worried. Probably Shri Krishna is angry and that is why he's showing me this scary form. But that is not the case. Arjun got scared. That is his problem. But it's Arjun. It's not that Shri Krishna is angry and that is why this form is being shown. But Arjun somewhere believes that probably he is angry with me and that is the reason he is showing me this form. So he says, see, please forgive me. Think about all these things, think about all these emotions, arise all these emotions with the view and forgive me because I cannot see this form of yours anymore. I please conceal this terrifying aspects of your divine form. I cannot see this. Atrashtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा. See, now immediately he cannot say that I am terrified because he is Parampita Paramatma in his divine terrified form where he has already told Kalosmi, I am the Kal and God knows for what he is here. So all that fears are already there. Now Arjun says, I cannot directly tell him that I am not liking this form. I am terrified. First he praises. What does he say? Adrishtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva. I have never seen this form before. And how am I feeling? Rishitosmi. I am thrilled. I am excited. I am very happy to see this form because this I have never seen before, and it is very nice, very enchanting, very good. But hmm, um, but at the same time, what? Bhayena cha pravyatitam mano me. Arey, I am scared also. I am extremely scared of this form also. Bhayena cha pravyatitam. Not just vyathita. Vyathita means what? Distressed. Distressed. I am very, very troubled to see this form. But here he is not just used vyathitam. What is he saying? Pravyatitam, prakarshena vyathitam, extremely distressed. He is used superlative degree there, not just little scared. I am very, 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 very scared now. I am happy. This form is good. This is beautiful. But please, I am extremely scared of this form. Pravyatitam manome. I am very, very scared. What are we saying? Bhayena cha. Bhayena, he has admitted that I am scared. I am out of fear. I am distressed. Tadeva me darshaya deva roopam. Please show me. What does he want to see? I want to see your original form. Tadeva me darshaya deva roopam prasida devesha jagannivasa. Here is see, now at the moment he feels I cannot talk to this form. Now how is this form? This is a very terrifying form. This is a form where Shri Krishna is he having so many mouths, he is having so many hands, so many legs. Now, if I want to see, where do I see? This form has so many hands, so many. I want to talk to you. I want to now. This entire conversation has started from there. It has started from a simple conversation where Oh, sorry, the video went over. This conversation has started from where it has started from a point where he was extremely nervous and he wanted to talk and let out his emotions to Sri Krishna, saying, "I am really scared." But what is happening now? Seeing this form, I am even more scared, even more confused. So what Shri Krishna says, what Arjuna is saying here, Bhayena cha pravyatitam. But what I want to see that form, this humongous form, this beautiful form, this respectable form. This is a worshipable form, but this is a universe engulfing form. It is enchanting. But what is my situation? I am distressed with fear. How do I talk to it? There are so many mouths, so many faces. Where do I look at the reaction? I'm looking at one mouth and talking, but which mouth should I see to see where will I get the reaction? Hari, I want to hug you. I want to embrace you, but my hands cannot reach you. You are so big. Hmm. Then also that is why this is enough. This form, I cannot talk to this form. I cannot embrace this form. Please come in a sizable form. Hmm. So that is why Arjun requests Tadeva me darshaya deva rupam. Please come in a sizable form. Please come in a form where I can embrace you, where I can see you. Prasida Devesha, just be happy with me. Jagannivasa, hey Jagannivasa, hey God of the entire universe, please come, please show me which form, the form which I can identify with, the form where I can identify with this Chaturbhuj Roop. So please, now I know you are Lord Vishnu. Please show me the original form, this form of Lord Vishnu. And he describes the form that he wishes to see. किरीटिनङ्गदिनैः चक्रहस्तम् इच्छामि त्वां द्रष्टुमहं तथैव तेनैव रूपेण चतुर्भुजेन सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते. Hey Sahasrabaho, the one with thousands of arms, please show me which form? The one with Chaturbhuj, the one with four arms. Chakrastam, Ichchamitva, Chaturbhujena, Tainaiva Rupena, Chaturbhujena. You are now in this form where there are thousands of hands. I want to see which form? I want to see your Chaturbhuj form. I wish to see that form of yours. How is it? It is crowned. Kiritinam. It has a kirita. Kirita means a crown. Gadinain chakrinain cha. It has a gada. And the chakra, your Sudarshan chakra, the one which has a lotus, with the four arms form. I want to see that beautiful form. Vishwamurti. How is that form? This form is symbolic of the universe. Where everybody sees this Vishwamurti, where right now he is referring to Sahasrabhavo Bhav Vishwamurti. This form, Vishwarupa Darshan, he is referring it to as what? This Vishwamurti. This universe is symbolic of him. Vishwa hi Murti hai in this entire form. Your entire universe is symbolized, but I wish to see which form? The Chaturbhuj form. And then this adhyay, now we will see Shri Krishna will show him the Chaturbhuj form. Now till this form, this Vishwarupa Darshan is shown to Arjun. At this moment, take a moment to appreciate what all we have seen, what all this Adhyay is teaching us. Remember that when this Adhyay is being said, remember and remind yourself that this Adhyay teaches us to see what Parampita Paramatma in all the beings. Also stay assured of one more thing. This Adhyay should always remind you of one very important thing, that this Parampita, this Vishwaroop is around us. See, at the moment sitting here, we are not able to see what the faces around us, the hands around us, but stay assured that Vishwarupa Paramatma is always around us. We are not having the Divya Drishti, we cannot see, and good for us that we cannot see. But stay assured, this Adhyay takes away all the fears from you. Whenever you are scared, stay assured that this Vishwarupa Paramatma is taking care of you. At this moment, take a moment to appreciate and understand and reinforce the faith that all the beings around me are the ansha, are the fraction of that Paramatma. always remember that Vishwarupa Paramatma is there to take care of all my fears. And the pleasure comes out even after seeing all this. So seeing the Vishwarupa form definitely makes us fearless. Feeling that the Vishwarupa is around us is going to make you fearless. Be fearless. The fearlessness is one important message that we get from this chapter. And the presence of Paramatma in every creature around us is another important message from this chapter. Having understood that the real pleasure of this Vishwarup of Vishnu Bhagwan is in what is in seeing that Chaturbhuj form. So Krishna has special love for Arjun. The moment this request comes from Arjun, Sri Krishna immediately reveals the same, reveals the form that Arjun wants to see from the next few shlokas. श्रीभगवानुवाच मया प्रसन्नेन तवार्जुनेदं रूपं परं दर्शितमात्मयोगात् तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्तमाद्यै यन्मे त्वदन्येन न दृष्टपूर्वम्. What is he saying? See, Arjuna is repeatedly saying that prasidaye, prasidaye, please be happy with me. Don't be don't be angry with me. Somewhere, because he's very scared that Shri Krishna he's very scared that probably Shri Krishna is very angry with me, and that is why he's showing me this terrifying form. But the first assurance that Shri Krishna gives is, don't worry, I am not angry with you. Maya prasannena tavarjuni. I am happy with you. The first thing he says is, don't be scared. Arjun has a doubt that Shri Krishna is scared. He says, no, first you be assured that I am happy with you. Rupam parandarshitam atma yoga. Because I am very happy with you, I am not just happy. Prasannin, I am extremely pleased by you. That is why what am I doing? Atma yoga idam me rupam tav darshitam. By the power of my yoga, by my yogic power, I have shown you this magnificent form. Why? Because I am extremely happy with you. And how is that form? It is Param Tejomaya. Tejomayam Vishwam Ananta Matyam. How is this form? It is Param, supreme. Tejomayam. It is full of brilliance. It is full of Tej. It is full of brilliance. And Adyam. Anantam, Vishwam. In this third charan, see how many adjectives Sri Krishna has given to his own Vishwarupa. Adya, it is the form which is responsible for this entire creation. Ananta, it is an endless form, and it is holding the entire universe. It is the entire Vishwa in this form, and that is why Sri Krishna says, I have shown you this form by the power of my yogic powers, by the help of my yogic powers, I have shown you the form which is Param, which is Tejomayam, which is Adya, which is Ananta, and which is the entire universe. It is Vishwa. It is supreme, it is brilliant, it is humongous, it is divine. It is Adya, it is the one which starts this universe. It is Ananta, endless form, and it is the entire universe I have shown in front of you. I have shown you this, I have shown this to you so you can understand this Paramatma, you can understand God holistically, you can understand me in totality, you can comprehend me in totality, you can comprehend me completely. This is the magnificence that I have shown to you. Yat vadanyena nadrushta purvam. Nobody has ever seen this beautiful form. This form is not shown to anyone. Before you, nobody else has ever seen this form. Now, at this point, you will feel that what was that form that Duryodhana had seen? It is Virata Roop. That Virata Roop was only to scare him. It was a small part of this Vishwaroop. The form that Yashoda Maya has seen when Krishna Bhagwan was a small child, that is also a small part. But what you have seen is something that nobody has ever seen. Hmm? This before. So Shri Krishna says, I am reiterating to you that this form has not been seen by anybody. It has come to you. Yanme tvadanyena nadrishta purvam. And I have shown this because I am happy. And it is like, how the children will say, how the mother will say that, this is the most, precious thing that I am giving you. Like that, Shri Krishna is expressing what he says, that this form, this beautiful form that has come in front of you, this form is a very special thing. Hmm. This is the root thing he says is all these in this form, all the incarnations are also appearing from this form itself. Hmm. I have told you the root of all the knowledge. I have given you the root of all the knowledge and this good fortune. This has come to you because I am very, very happy with you. Because you have some lot of punya in your account, and that is why this form has come to you. And the basic thing is, I have given you the root of entire knowledge, which will not come from anywhere. Na veda yajna dhyanai na danai na chakriya na tapo virugraihi एवं रूपः शक्य अहन्नलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा. This form that I have shown you, it is such a special form. Hey Kuru Pravira, best among the Kuru clan, the Kuru dynasty, you are the best, because that is the karmic account you have, that you have got to see something so special. That is why Kuru Pravira, this adjective fits Arjun perfectly. Hmm. At different places, Shri Krishna just addresses Arjun with different adjectives, to instill that confidence with him. Hey Mahabhaho, hey Kaunteya, hey Pandava, hey Dhananjaya, hey Kuru Pravira, all reminding him that you are the best among the Kuru dynasty. Kuru Pravira, Nruloke, Evam Rupam. Nobody has even ever seen in this entire universe, nobody has seen this, even as a part of the Naveda Yagya Dhayane Nadane. No amount of study of Vedas, no amount of studies of Vedas, no amount of Yagya, no amount of Dana can earn you the vision that you have got today. But remember, see, Vedas teach you what you cannot learn anywhere else. Performing yagyas, performing charity, dan, all this is extremely important. But what you have got, that even with all those punya karma, you will not get what you have seen. Nachatriya na tapo virugraihi. No matter how many religious rituals you do, how much penance you do, how much stuff you do, it is impossible. Evam rupa shakya ahanruloki. This is not possible. It is impossible to see this form what you have seen. But Sri Krishna says that I understand you are scared. Don't be terrified. Mate vyatha cha vimudhavavo drishtva rupam ghoramidram mamedham vyapeta vivrita manah panasvan tadeva me rupamedam prapashyam. Mate vyatha cha vimudhavavo. Vimudha Bhava means don't get confused, don't get delusioned. This form is looking scary to Arjun, and that is why he's worried. Oh, I'm scared. What Shri Krishna says, assuring his beloved Arjun, he says, don't get distressed, Arjun. It's just me. Mate Vyatha, it's just me. So don't get confused. Vimudha Bhava. Don't be baffled by seeing this form. Vyapeta Bhi. Vyapeta Bhi means don't be scared. Be free from all the fears. Pritamana, with a loving heart, Pritamana Punasam. What is happening? With full love, he is coming to his original form. Do not Tadeva me Rupamidam Prapasya. So he says, with lovingly, he says, don't you let your fears go away. With a loving thing, you just see me again. You see my normal form. So, and then he manifests himself into the four-armed form, the Chaturbhuj form. Chaturbhuja means four arms. He says, don't worry. I will come back to the original form. So don't worry. So, and behold, that very beautiful, very carefully, Tadeva me rupamidam prapashya, the moment Shri Krishna says, see this form, the four-armed form. Sanjay describes this beautiful form for us. Sanjaya Huvacha. Yarjanau Vasudevastatotvā sakam rūpam darshayamasa bhūya आश्वासयामास च दीतमेनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा. What has happened? This Mahatma, the Shri Krishna, has taken what? Bhutva Punah. Saumya Paramatma. That is in the end. So in this one shlok, there are two transitions that are happening. Ityarjuna Vasudeva Satokta. Once Shri Krishna said this to Arjun, Swakam Rupan Darshaya Matabhuya. He shows first the Chaturbhuj form. In this shlok, two stages are happening from Vishwarupa to the Chaturbhuj form. That is the four-armed form. And from the Chaturbhuja to Dvibhuja. What is Dvibhuja? Two hands. The original Shri Krishna's rule. So all the three forms, all the three forms of Shri Krishna are here. The one of the form of the charioteer with the two hands, the four hands Chaturbhuj, and the Vishwarupa Darshan. So all this transformation for whom? For what? Ashvasayama Sachavitameenam, to console this frightened Arjun. He assumed his gentle, two-armed, normal Shri Krishna Rupa. He comes in his original form, and the moment Arjun sees this normal form, he comes at ease. I can see. He sees the other army, the rest of the Kurukshetra, he is able to see, and Arjun is at ease, and he returns to his normal self, and he starts chanting further. Arjuna Uvacha दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेता प्रकृतिं गतः. Now seeing you in your human form, how am I? Sacheta, seeing you, Drishtvedam, Manushan Rupam, seeing you in this form, Saumya form, because the initial form, it was a very dangerous form. It was a scary form. And how is this form? The two-armed form, gentle, Saumya. Saumya form, seeing your Saumya form, Idanimasmi Samvrittha. Now I'm feeling composed. I'm at peace. I was scared and now I am at peace. And I can see you. I'm very happy to see. Sacheta Prakriting Yataha. I am restored. My nature is restored. I am back to myself. Back to myself means I am restored. Prakriting Yataha. I have restored my nature. Now I am composed. I am back to myself. Now seeing this normal form of Shri Krishna, Arjun is relieved. And the tone of the shloka also changes back to the Anushtup Chanda. And now Shri Krishna continues. Some very important message he gives here. Shri Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudardarshamidam Rupan Drashtavanasi Mama Devapyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshanakankshinaha. The form that you just saw, Arjun, it is not easily seen by anybody. It is very, very difficult. Sudur Darshamidam means it's very, very difficult to see. It is not very easy to see. Drishtavanasi and Mama, this my form, it is very difficult to see. Even gods are always desirous of seeing this form. We are so lucky. When we see the Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityan Darshana Kankshana, and when we read this chapter, this form automatically appears in front of us. Thanks to Param Pujya Gurudev that we get to read this chapter. Thanks to Shri Krishna's Kripa that we have connected with Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, that we get to experience this form in some way. See, the moment we read this 11th chapter, at least a fraction of that will appear in front of our eyes. The form that all the gods are striving to see, we get to see. That is the beauty of this Bhagavad Gita, and that is the Ananta Kripa of Param Pujya Gurudev on us, that we also get to experience this form that gods are also striving to see. Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshanakamshinaha. They always want to see this form. So what Shri Krishna says further, Naham Vedairna Tapasa, he is insisting the same fact again. This is not easy, because he knows how rare this form is. He is trying to tell the same thing again and again, because this is the most important aspect. He is trying to explain again. Naham Vedairna Tapasa Nadane Nannache Jaya Shakya Evam Vidod Prashtum Drashtavanasi Mayatha, the form that you saw. It is not very easily seen. Why? How? Naham Vedairna tapasa. No, neither by the study of Vedas, nor by any austerity, nor by doing any amount of charity or sacrifices of charity, you will not be able to see this form. Hmm? So should we all stop doing all these things because this form is not visible without that. At this point, when this kind of slow comes, and if any delusion is getting created in your minds, just remember one phrase from the 18th chapter. Yajnadana tapak karma natyajam karyamev tat. Shri Krishna says this form might not be visible to you, but at any cost, we should not give up on these three karma, yajna, dana, tapa. The moment Shri Krishna says, Nahum Veda Idna Tapasa, don't just think, okay, now Veda, Adhyan, Dana, Tapa, all this is not required. No. Remember that Shri Krishna says, under any circumstances, these activities should not be stopped. They cannot be stopped under any circumstances, and we cannot stop these activities, but that is at its level. This darshan evam vidhu, this kind of darshan is not probably possible, but those activities should never be stopped. This durlabh darshan, however, cannot be done by any amount of punya. So if we want to see what can be done, it is explained in these next two shlokas. So what Shri Krishna says here, that no amount of Veda Adhyayana, no amount of charity, no amount of anything can give you this kind of darshan. So what should be done to get this kind of darshan? We have to continue our yajna, dana, tapa in all the different forms. But apart from that, what should be done? That Shri Krishna explains in the next two shlokas. These are very, very important shlokas. These are extremely important shlokas. These are extremely important shlokas, and these are extremely important shlokas we cannot miss. What is it that will give us this kind of darshan of Parampita Paramatma? That Shri Krishna explains further. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya ahamevam vidhorjanam jnatan drashtan cha tatvena praveshtan cha parantapam. Only one thing can give you this kind of darshan. What is that? It is Ananya Bhakti. Bhaktya Tvananyaya Shakya. See the difference in the first two shlokas. The first 53rd shlok, Shri Krishna says, Shakya evam vidho drashtan drishtavanasi manyatha. And in the previous charan, in the previous sentence, Nahum Vedena Tapasa. All that Shri Krishna says that it is not possible. He has explained that it is not possible to get this darshan by this, but in the next shlok, Shri Krishna says it is possible. Shakya, by what? Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya. By ananya bhakti. Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakya. What is this ananya bhakti? This is the single-minded devotion towards Shri Krishna. Towards this God, the person can attain me. What is this basically Vishwarupa Darshan? It is actually just entering into this Parampita Paramatma, understanding, realizing He is all everywhere around us. So this kind of emotion, this kind of experience can come to us only by Ananya Bhakti. Now, what is this Ananya Bhakti? You will say, we are also doing Ananya Bhakti. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Normally nowadays, once we join Geeta Pariwar, we also, every time the phone comes, we say Jai Shri Krishna. So we are also having this kind of Ananya Bhakti. This is just a part of it. Ananya Bhakti is extremely divine. What is this Ananya Bhakti? Just understand with the help of example. Now imagine a mother and a child have gone to some fair. Nowadays people don't go to Mela and fairs, they go to malls. So just imagine a mother and a child have gone to a mall, and now there in seeing these all these shops and all, the mother and the child are lost. Mother has gone somewhere and the child is lost, and he is sitting in one shop. Now वहाँ पे the mom will start crying. I want my mother. The shopkeeper says, okay, you see this toy. just to keep that till we are able to locate your mother. What the shopkeepers and people around him will do, give him some toys, okay, give him some chocolate, give him some ice cream. For some time, what the child will do, okay, have the ice cream, be quiet for some time, have something else, be quiet for some time, play for some time. But he will keep looking for where is my mother, where is my mother, but he will be calm. After some time, after say 2 hours, 3 hours, it will be like, abhi tak mummy nahi aayi. Now there will be a point where no matter what you give him, the child will say, no, I don't want this. I want only my mother. After some certain time, all these temptations will not lure that child anymore. He will say, no, I don't want. I just want my mother. Now again another ice cream comes. Throw that ice cream. No, I only thing I want is what my mother. Then that conviction comes within a devotee. The only thing I want is my Parampita Paramatma. That is Ananya Bhakti. Once, once a disciple asked his Gurudev, what is this Ananya Bhakti? So Gurudev said, you come to this particular pond in the morning when I go there for a bath. You come there, I'll tell you what is this Ananya Bhakti. And when they are in the pond and they are offering that argya, this Gurudev, what he did, he pushed the head of this disciple in the water. And for some time he could still manage, but after a certain point he started struggling, and when that struggle was extreme, Gurudev left his hand and this disciple came up. And then this teacher, he asked his disciple, what is it that you wanted when you were in that water? He said, initially I could manage with my breath, but later all that I wanted was air to breathe. All that I wanted was air. The teacher says that is the position. All that you wanted was air, and that is the only thing that could make you survive. Like that, when a devotee develops an emotion that all that I want is my Parampita Paramatma, और कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं. There is nothing else that can satisfy me but my Parampita Paramatma. When you develop that emotion is this Ananya Bhakti. And only when a person gets that Ananya Bhakti, Aham evam vidho Arjuna, it is possible to know me. It is evam vidho Arjuna. This form is possible to be seen. Jnatan drashtuncha tatvena praveshtuncha parantapa. You will be able to know me. You will be able to see me by, in reality, totality, not just see me. You will be able to enter me, he parantapa. We can enter that form of God. We will be united with that God. What does that mean? We are already a part of this Vishwaroop. When he says Jnatun Drashtuncha Tatvena, means we will be able to understand this form. We will be able to see this form around us. I don't know. We will be able to enter this form. What does that mean? We are already a part of this Vishwaroop. We are already in him, and he is residing with us. But because of our ego, we are kept away from this realization. Unless this feeling goes, we cannot realize that we are the same. We cannot have that realization. That realization will come only by Ananya Bhakti, and then we will feel this Vishwaroop around us. And what Shri Krishna explains next is one of the most important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Listen very, very carefully. Mat karma krin mat paramo mat bhakta sangha varjita nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasamamiti pandava. What Shri Krishna says. Now before what Shri Krishna says, first understand what Adi Shankaracharya says about this shlok. What Adi Shankaracharya says about this shlok will make you understand this shlok in more depth. He says that this particular shlok is the summary of entire Bhagavad Gita. If this one shlok we can understand, we will understand the crux of entire Bhagavad Gita. What is the meaning of getting the crux of Bhagavad Gita? We will be able to inculcate Bhagavad Gita in our lives also. So this shlok, when Adi Shankaracharya, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya says this shlok is the entire summary of Bhagavad Gita, by which what will happen? The sadhak will get united with Bhagavan. And what is there in this shlok? He says there are 5 prime advices. 5 important suggestions for a sadhak come in this particular shlok, which makes it the most important and summarizing shlok of this Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. What are these 5 advices, 5 suggestions that are given by Sri Krishna? Mat karma krit. The first thing is mat karma krit. Whatever actions that we do, they should be dedicated for whom? For Parampita Paramatma. Whatever Bhagavad Gita we are learning for whom? Not just for us, not just to show other people, not just for anything, but for my Parampita Paramatma, because these are the words from Parampita Paramatma. I am taking care of my family. Why? Not just to, get something in return, and when I become old, my family will take care of me. Because my Parampita Paramatma has entrusted me with this responsibility of taking care of my family. If I'm a teacher, of taking care of my students, whatever I am doing, let all my actions be directed towards what? Towards Parampita Paramatma. Mat karma krit. All the actions that you are doing are done for whom? For Parampita Paramatma. Mat paramaha. The second thing, versus mat karma krit, mat paramo. Mat paramaha means what? Look upon me as supreme. There is nobody greater than my Paramatma for me. Now here it is Sri Bhagavan Ovacha. So we can say that now nobody is greater than my Shri Krishna. But if my devotion is for Sri Ram, then I could also say that nothing is more important to me than what? This then what? Then my Rama Bhakti to me. So Mat Parama, look at me as the supreme. Mat Bhaktaha, be my devotee. Be devoted to me. Be devoted to me, become my devotee. Sangha Varjitaha, be free from all the attachments. Be free from all the attachments. Be free from, this is mine, this is mine. We are so attached to everything. This is my house, this is, belonging to me. Whether when I'm learning, am I getting fame? When I'm doing anything, am I getting appreciation? We associate everything with ourselves. What Shri Krishna says, be Sangha Varjita. That is the fourth piece of advice. And Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Nirvaira means what? No feeling of enmity towards anybody. Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Not just in the human beings, in anybody. We should not have the feeling of enmity towards anybody. People can be wrong. We can agree to disagree. We can see that we are disagreeing, but we should not have an emotion of hatred towards anybody. Now, our scriptures teach this only. How our Sri Ramji was. We will say, now, did not Ramji do anything to hurt Ravan? He has killed Ravan, but after he was dead, what does Sri Ram said? This Vibhishan said, I don't consider this man as my brother. Such an evil person, he cannot be my brother. I am not going to do his last rites. What Bhagwan Ram has said there? Bhagwan Ram says, it's okay if you don't consider him as your brother, consider him as my brother and perform his last rites. That is the emotion that Sri Bhagwan has. Something has stopped your keyboarding, please stop. So that is the emotion Bhagwan Ram has. Bhagwan Ram says that I do not consider him as my enemy. That is, even after killing, even after having fought a war against him, Bhagwan does not have a feeling of enmity towards him. That is our culture. Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. Be free from this emotion of enmity. Now, what does this indicate? Why is Sri Bhagwan, Adi Bhagwan Shankaracharya saying this is the summary of entire Bhagavad Gita? Listen very carefully now. But karma krit means what? Devote all your actions to me. That is what our karma yoga. It is karma yoga. Mat paramaha. Consider me as the supreme. I am the supreme amongst everybody, and you have to understand me in totality and understand my supremacy. That is what? Jnana yoga, Sankhya yoga. Then Mad Bhakta. Mad Bhakta is what? Become my devotee. That is what? Bhakti yoga. So in this one sentence, your karma yoga is also coming. your Jnana Yoga is also coming and Bhakti Yoga is also coming. And that is why rightfully Adi Shankaracharya says that this shloka is a summary of entire Bhagavad Gita. So Shri Krishna says these are the 5 things you have to follow. What are the 5 things again? Mat karma krit, mat paramo, mat bhakta, sanga varjita, nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. All these 5 things you follow, then what will happen? Yasya mameti pandava, yaha saha mameti. They will all attain me. What is the meaning of attain me? Not that physically we will go and attain Sri Krishna. That is the ultimate liberation. That is the ultimate moksha. We are all mukshu. We are all moksharthi. What we will get the ultimate union with God. Yasya mameti pandavari. Shri Krishna is saying that this is what you will achieve. So for this you will say, Didi, it is very good in theory. Very nice, very easy it is to do this. You are saying, do everything for me, do everything for me. This looks very easy. How to bring it in practice? It's just yesterday's session. I was going through the comments on the YouTube, and there also somebody has asked. It is very easy to say, but it is difficult to get it in practice. For this one very beautiful trick that Swamiji shares, that every morning, see what way how do we offer the karma to Parampita Paramatma. To offer the karma to Parampita Paramatma, from within we should feel that everything that I am doing is being done for who? For Parampita Paramatma. So for that, what do? We start every work with a prayer. We end every work with a prayer. Whatever is done in between, by default, gets offered to Parampita Paramatma. Now this we cannot keep doing the whole day. That is why start your day with a very simple prayer. कर प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में लगता हूँ अब तेरे काज पालन करने को आज्ञा तब मैं नियुक्त होता हूँ आज. We start our day with such a prarthana. What is this prarthana saying? Kar pranam tere charanon mein. I am going down to you. लगता हूँ अब तेरे काज. I am not starting my routine. I am starting your routine. Hey Bhagwan, whatever you have given for me, पालन करने को आज्ञा तब, to follow your orders. We are not even saying your wishes. What this prayer says, to follow your orders, I am appointing myself. So that entire ahankar goes that I am the karta. Further, what this prayer says, अंतर में स्थित रह कर मेरी बागडोर पकड़ी रहना निपटन रंकुश चंचल मन को सावधान करते रहना. अंतर में, stay within me. When we to bring all these things in our life, what we have to do? We have to pray to this Sri Krishna. You please stay within me and do what? Hold, like he is the charioteer for Arjun. You become the charioteer for me. Within me, sit within me and hold the reins of my mind. Nipatane rankush chanchalamanko. This mind within me is very, very chanchal. It is very, very naughty. It will keep getting distracted and it will develop this ego that I am becoming the doer. You have to give the caution. Continuously keep cautioning my mind. Savadhana karate rehna. अंतर्यामी को अंतस्थित देख सशंकित होवे मन पाप वासना उठते ही हो नाश लाज से वह जलबुन. Any evil wish that would come to my mind, any sinful moment, any sinful idea that comes to my mind, may it burn there and there itself. जीवों का, this is a very beautiful one. जीवों का कलरव जो दिन भर सुनने में मेरे आवे तेरा ही गुणगान जान मन प्रमुदित हो अति सुख पावे. So much chanting will come to us. Whole day जीवों का कलरव जो दिन भर. The whole day there are so many things that keep coming to us. जीवों का कलरव. Sometimes this gossip, then our these reels, and so many things are there which will keep coming and they will do what? They'll keep distracting me. But you save me from all these distractions. Jeevo ka kalrav jo din bhar sunne mein mere aave. Whatever is coming to my ears, all these tempting gossips, these talks, these songs, I don't want tera hi gunagan jaan. Whatever is coming to me, let me just think of it as what? Your praise. प्रमुदित हो अति सुख पावे. May only one thing make me very happy, and that is your bhajan kirtan, your नाम स्मरण. तू ही है सर्वत्र व्याप्त हरि, तुझ में सह तुझ में यह सारा संसार. इसी भावना से अंतर भर मिलूं सभी से तुझे निहार. We meet so many people in this world, but how should my emotion be when I meet everybody? तू ही है सर्वत्र व्याप्त हरि. Whenever I meet people around me, I should be reminded only of you. तुझ में यह सारा संसार. अरे तुझ में, so the entire world is residing in you. So how do we see everybody? I should be reminded of this every morning, that you are present everywhere. Whenever I meet anybody, I see you in that new person also. इसी भावना से अंतर भर मिलूं सभी से. May I meet everybody with the same emotion as if I'm meeting your rounds. प्रतिपल निज इंद्रिय समूह से. Very important, the last part of this प्रार्थना. प्रतिपल निज इंद्रिय समूह से जो कुछ भी आचार करूं, केवल तुझे रिझाने को बस तेरा ही व्यवहार करूं. Best way to bring karma yoga in our practice. Pratipal nija indriya samuh se. Whatever I am doing with the help of these sense organs, these sense organs which I consider mine, whatever actions I am doing by the help of these sense organs, जो कुछ भी आचार करूं, केवल तुझे रिझाने को, only to appease you. Whatever Bhagavad Gita I am talking about, it is only to appease the Parampita Paramatma, only for Shri Krishna. Whatever you are listening with your ears, it is only to make him happy. Whatever we are doing for whom? केवल तुझे रिझाने को बस तेरा ही व्यवहार करूं. I don't consider all this that we are doing as my own vyavahar, as my own job. I consider that as what? It is your job. Tera vyavahar. It is all your business that I am managing. It is not my business at all. When we do everything with this emotion, whatever Shri Krishna has told in this last shlok, मत कर्म कृत मन परमो, मत कर्म कृत मत परमो, मत भक्त संग वर्जित, निर्वैर सर्वभूतेषु यस्य मामेति पांडवो. Whatever directions he has given for us, all that is possible if we develop the emotions that are explained in this prarthana. Whatever I have done is done for the happiness of Shri Krishna. When we keep this emotion constant, shashvat and eternal in our minds, then whatever we achieve will be the important moksha that we will be achieving. This is the most liberating message that Shri Krishna could have given. May we all be always drenched in this message. May we all develop this strong emotion forever. On that note, I offer this entire discourse at the lotus feet of Param Pujya Gurudev. All the listeners of this Vivechan, may we all be in this constant emotion of gratitude towards Parampita Paramatma. Let us all together offer this discourse at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Hari Om Tat Saditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītāsu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyā Yoga Shastri Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishvarupa Darshana Yogo Namaikadashodhyāyah. Om Shri Krishna Paramastu. Om Tat Sat. Thank you so much for the patient listening, each one of you. And again, I'm extremely sorry for the technical glitches and other issues at the start of this session today. But you have been very patient audience. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you very much, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna to all. Didi has explained very well the essence of bhakti. The chapter concludes with the beautiful assurance. Krishna tells Arjuna that this form cannot be seen through Vedas, penance, or charity alone. It can only be known through Ananya Bhakti, undivided selfless devotion. As we conclude this interpretation session, let us carry with us not just the O of the universal form, but the peace of knowing that the infinite resides within the finite. So once again, thank you very much. And with your permission, Didi, can we start question and answer session?
Yes, please.
So please raise your hand if you are having any questions.
There was one hand raised sometime
I
back.
think so. Everybody is understood. I hope. So if you are having questions, if you are having any doubt, so please raise your hand and tell us. Malti Rauji, please unmute yourself, Didi.
Jai Sri Krishna Didi, Jai Sri Krishna Bhaiya. I was writing down the five characteristics in the last shloka, and it came down to dedicate all your actions to Sri Krishna, consider me as supreme, free yourself from attachment, and no enmity to any living thing. What is the actual meaning of Sangavarjitaha? I didn't write that down.
Sangha means attachment. Varjitaha means giving upon attachment. So giving upon the excessive attachment towards your possessions, etc. So giving upon attachment basically is Sangha Varjitaha.
Of consequence of actions as well as physical
As
things.
well as yes, all sort of attachments. Then it is whether with your possessions, with your relationships, with everything.
Okay. And another question I had in my mind, I know our reality is created by our mind. That's what I've always been taught. So always think of God, see God in everything, see Sri Krishna in everything, which I do. But when I'm faced with a person who is negative in any way, whether it's anger or obscenity or lewd or crude or whatever it is, or when I see the news or whether I hear about things, it's very hard to control that hatred. Now, yesterday's lecture in Hindi, Bhaiya was saying the essence of God is in everybody. The actions are that person's. So always respect the Paramatma within the person. But you know how you treat the person will be different because his actions are different. How do I? What is it? There is no easy way, but can you suggest a way that I can look at something that's really, really wrong and try to have compassion for that person, even though he or she are doing the wrong thing? Like I just say Krishna, 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 and I try to see the Paramatma in them, but when it's so bad, how do I tamper down my negative emotions or the enmity or the hatred or whatever the emotion is that's rising up in me? Is there do you have any suggestions for that?
See, one thing, Malvi Didi, it is definitely not easy because we associate everything with good or bad. We have this way of, just segregating things into two different worlds. We fail to understand one very important thing, that good and bad are sometimes the two sides of the same coin also. In every negative person, in every person, no matter how negative it appears, there is some positive hidden somewhere. It is a person is not always completely bad. There is nobody who is completely good either.
Yes.
Anybody will always be a combination of all these things. If we look at something, evil, we should not like the evil, we should not support the evil, but we cannot disrespect the fact, or we cannot ignore the fact that this person is just deluded from his path. When Bhagwan Buddha saw Angulimal was also, like, the probably the most violent thing he must have seen. What is this? But what Bhagwan Buddha has seen, you have been troubled by the society. What he says, I can see the pain that has resulted you in becoming what you are. And that ignited that spark within that dacoit. And he could. So there is nobody who is, completely bad. There's nobody who is completely good either. In somebody who we might just end up adoring, there could be one negative shade we might not like eventually. So based on the actions, first thing we have to stop judging or take any extreme side कि ये खराब ही है. Even in that, there could be some positive. The personality should be seen as an aggregation of different traits and not just one predominant trait. Gradually, we have to develop that habit. Then, irrespective of some negatives coming out, we will be able to ignore it to a certain extent. It becomes easy because कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि अरे ठीक है, एक चीज गलत हो गई, कुछ और अच्छा होगा. When we develop that, slowly we develop our thinking in that way, gradually it will happen. That is one thing. And it's what we saw just now, Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. One thing we should also be fearing the habit of hatred. If I develop an emotion of negativity, I should remind myself that if I hate somebody, my Krishna is not going to like me. He is not going to like that emotion within me. We are God fearing people. If we keep reminding ourselves that नहीं भगवान को मेरा ये behavior अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, immediately we will stop it. Right? See, like a small child, if yeah, your child knows that if I do this, मैं ऐसा बोलूंगा तो my mother will not like. Then the child, suppose the small children, the ones who come to learn Gita at my place, also I tell them, see, if I see you doing such a thing, if you are hitting each other, then I will feel bad. The moment they will say no, auntie will feel bad that my students are hitting each other, they will start behaving. That fear we should have within ourselves. If I develop a negative thought towards somebody, my Krishna is not going to like it. The moment we start fearing him, automatically our thought process gets rectified. So these two, developing these kind of thought process within us will help us, develop a positive attitude. But while we are loving each other and trying to get the best out of everybody, we should not be fooled by others. So the great saints, they are great, really. They think the best for everybody, but at the same time, they are not foolish. Okay, so just because you want to love somebody and you be kind to somebody does not mean that we let them, misuse us also. We have to be careful. At the same time, we have to be human and loving towards everybody.
Yes. So where does our duty end in terms of, say somebody is constantly negative and you're like, you know what, I tried to do my best, it's not working, and I want to step away and remove myself from that negative field and not have any more association with this person. And it could be hard. It could be someone very close or who you're constantly in touch with. Is that an okay thing to do, to not expose yourself to constantly be in that how do I try to change this person, or how can I keep asking Sri Krishna to change? It's not my job to change the person. Whatever their fate is and whatever their karma is, I understand that logically. But is it okay for me to remove myself and say, you know what, I don't want to meet with that person anymore? Or am I shirking my duty?
No, we have to try our best to help everybody around us to
Yes.
our best possible capacity. We should always strive to help people to our best possible capacity. Having said that, I don't know. See, this is a very relative and very subjective question, if you ask me, because I don't know, what kind of relation. But as a
Right.
general thing, I will say, we should
Uh-huh.
try our best. We should ensure that the negativity does not affect us. And the best way to move away from negativity is not to move away, but to associate with something positive. We cannot move away from negativity, but when we are feeling negative, we should just associate with something that is more positive and be at peace. But again, we should always try to help people around us. I'm giving you a very
Vitarka badhane. Yes, yes.
I'm giving you a very generic answer, but it should help you with getting the right judgment.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. Jai Sri Krishna.
Didi, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank to you. Hari Hari.
Hare Bhaiya.
Ram Bhaiya, Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes. Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
I have some problem with these two things. One in Shloka 54 and the other in 55. One is Ananya Bhakti in Shloka 54 and Mat Paramaha in Shloka 55. In my prayer room, I pray Lord Krishna, Lord Ram in one side and also Lord Shiva. I have always a problem whether I am deviating from this Mat Paramaha or Ananya Bhakti. This confusion remains with me. How to remove my confusion, Didi, if you can help me?
Very important and a very commonly coming doubt. When Shri Krishna says Mat Parama, it is not, he is not associating that Parama to one particular form of Paramatma. He is saying this for Paramatma, may it be in any form. It could be Shivji, it could be Ramji, it could be Vishnuji, it could be any god which is, as per our scriptures, considered a god. Paramatma. Here, who is saying these shlok? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha and not Shri Krishna Uvacha, not Vasudeva Uvacha. Who is saying? भगवान is saying. भगवान की डेफिनेशन में शिव जी भी बैठते हैं, राम जी भी बैठती है, दुर्गा माता भी बैठती है, वेरेवर गणपति बाप्पा भी बैठते हैं. देवी के अनेक फॉर्म, लक्ष्मी जी, दुर्गा माता, रेणुका माता, सरस्वती माता, whichever form appears you, but she should be or it should be Bhagavat Tulya. That form has to be Bhagavat Tulya. I cannot just consider anybody and say ये भगवान. भगवान का एक definition है. So how it is Ananya, all that in the 13th chapter we get to see all the different characteristics. All these forms, Ramji, Shivji, Shri Krishna does not insist on any one form. What he is saying that the person should be devoted towards Paramatma. So Ramji is also equivalent. We are talking about Shiv Bhakti. We all should know.
Yes, I am talking about Didi more than one god, like
Yes,
Shivaji and Ramaji both.
No problem at all. Bhagwan Shri Krishna himself has made Arjun do the puja of Durga Mata and Shivji both before this yuddha. So all the gods, all the deities, because ultimately the tattva is the same. It is not that, see, sometimes, when our mind is, we want that Vignaharta only I want, or I want Hanumanji only to rescue me. So that time we will want, sometimes, we are at peace and then we want to do some meditation, we'll think about Shivji, that is okay. These all forms are the forms of Parampita Paramatma. When we talk about Ananya Bhakti is towards the God. It is devotion towards the God who is the creator and nourisher and ultimately the destroyer of all this, in whichever form it is. But it is the God that we are talking about and not a particular form of God. किसी भी form में Ananya Bhakti. But towards that Parampita Paramatma.
Thank you, Didi. I was worried perhaps I was deviating from Ananya Bhakti and Mat Parama when I worshipped more than one god. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, it is for all. Parampita Paramatma. Sometimes we can, take any form. सारी form एक ही तरफ ले जाते हैं.
Didi.
And
Thank
next
you,
doubt you had was about Mat Parama. And done. Okay, good.
Mat Parama, yes. I am the supreme.
Yes.
If Lord Krishna is supreme or Vishnu is supreme, then how to worship other god like Ma Durga
They are
or
all the
Lord
same.
Shiva
They are
or Lord
the
Shiva?
same. सब सेम ही है. उसमें कुछ हम लोगों को अलग अलग सी how it is, our scriptures have given us these different forms because our brain needs that different variety. Our brain cannot just do one bhakti. That is why he said, okay, Navratri mein Durga Mata ki puja karo. In this you do this. This is for our benefit. And all these different departments are created. So every human beings, every mind, every intellect is getting satisfied. But ultimately, whichever form you pray to, it is reaching the Parampita Paramatma. That Paramatma Tattva itself.
Didi.
Dinesh,
प्रणाम
wait.
हरिहर भैया, जय श्री कृष्ण
Jai
गणेश भैया, जय श्री कृष्ण प्रणाम
Jai
भैया।
Shri Krishna Sariko. Didi, that when we say शास्त्र विधि से हमें रहना चाहिए, शास्त्र विधि से, तो ये शास्त्र विधि मतलब क्या? What is this शास्त्र विधि? कैसे माने हम
शास्त्र
अपने?
विधि means शास्त्र विधि means what is prescribed for me by my scriptures. What are the roles which are prescribed to me by my scriptures? If I am a teacher, as a teacher, how am I expected to behave? As a mother, how am I expected to behave? All this is written in our scriptures. We don't know the scriptures, so for that, what we do, we follow whatever elders do. So, in the current context, it is more about what our ancestors do because we have not read all the scriptures. We don't get a very high quality, Brahmins and everybody. So, what we should try to do, we should just try to follow what our old ancestors have done and what our elder people have told us to do. Following that is our Shastra.
Okay. Because परमात्मा की प्राप्ति जब हम शास्त्र विधि से जिएंगे तो हो जाएगी।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल हो जाएगी. See, the more we follow this, gradually when we keep doing this karma kand also, gradually Parampitta Paramatma ही ऐसी कृपा कर देते हैं that he will guide us. He will eventually somehow we will get the right direction in what we have to go and किसी न किसी फॉर्म में वो हमको गाइड करने के लिए आ जाते हैं. When he says योगक्षेमम वहां में हम, he becomes the guiding light and he gives us that direction. But we have to start from following the orders of our ancestors. Okay, because that is the more connection that we have with our Shastra for now.
Okay. But Didi,
He's saying something. Unmute again.
Didi, our next generations, they are somewhat, they are not interested in, अभी धर्म से थोड़े दूर जा रहे हैं, वो क्या व्यवस्था है, कैसे हम इसको सही कर सकते हैं?
हो जाएंगे. Gradually, when they reach our age, they will also understand the importance of it. Ultimately, always remember one thing. Yad yad acharati shreshta tatta deve taro janaha. They are ultimately going to follow what they have seen their parents do. No matter what the child is, what age he is. At 20s, 20s, 30s, we feel that they are not going to do. Ultimately, when they reach their 30s and 40s, they remember what my parent is to do, they will follow. Our acharan should be Shuddha. We should take care, ensure that our behavior is right. We set the right example in front of them. Once that is done, when their time will come, they will eventually follow our footsteps. That will happen to them. Unka time aayega. But
Yes.
when their time comes, they should have the right example in front of them. तब उनको डामाडोल नहीं होने देना है. इसीलिए हमको हमारा आचरण शुद्ध रखना है.
Don't you think that before say 20-30 years we used to be more having all rituals than nowadays?
That has happened. That's what I'm saying. Why it has happened? Because some people in between, started, cutting down on the rituals, and then वो cut होते होते हो गया, and then these temptations and other distractions, and the world got so many things. All that has happened. ये काल की महिमा है. It is the power of the time. We should not worry much about it. We have to just follow to the maximum extent that we can. We see that there are some houses where we see that deterioration has happened, but I also see many families where more
Ritual.
dharmic people have become in the next fewer generations. That also we get to see. That also we have come to see, and that is the responsibility of us Gita sadhaks. Because maybe a few years back we were not aware of all these things, but now that we know what we can do, we can propagate and probably reverse this flow of tradition that is happening. So whatever is in our hands, we should try to do.
Didi, one more thing is that our next generation are delaying getting married or getting children.
This is a very dangerous trait. I will tell you, my opinion, it does not matter. I will tell you what Swamiji talks about it. what Swamiji says is very important. This marriage age is extremely important. People are delaying it, and it is resulting in the deterioration of the society. One very beautiful thing that Swamiji says, that beti vyao bahu padhao. What he says, let the children marry at an early age. Why the ladies are, the girls say that after marriage the education will stop and we'll not be able to do our career, all those worries they have. What Swamiji says is a very beautiful thing. Beti byahao, marry your daughters at an early age, and when your daughter-in-law is up, let her study. Bahu
Yeah.
padhao, let her continue. So if that is done, the girls will not hesitate to
Get
get married also. They
okay.
should be given a chance to study. To treat them as their own. This entire family culture, we should be presenting it in such a way in front of our next generation. You see, it is a very robust society when we follow that. It is a very robust culture. It is a very strong system. Marriage is a very strong part of our system. It
Yeah.
should be presented in that way in front of the next generation. For that, we should try to have a very ideal behavior towards the daughter and daughter-in-law and everything. We should try to bring that kind of balance in the society so that the next generation stays assured about this marriage system.
Yeah, because for that reason, the next generation only have one child.
One
So
more dangerous trait.
more dangerous. Yes.
And then sometimes they don't prefer having children. They want dogs only. But this is not the platform of talking about it. But at the same time, we have to educate our children. We have to ensure that our daughters and our daughter, and this has to start with the daughter. The daughter at a young age should be taught. We teach about different, importance of the society, importance of education, everything. At the same time, the importance of managing the family should also be taught to the daughters and to the sons also at a young age. I will not be biased. Everybody should have that importance, that values. We should start instilling from a young age, and we should continue. Very, very important.
But actually, Didi, the mother of around 50 years of age, they जो उन्होंने खुद नहीं कर पाए तो वो सोचती मेरी लड़की ये करेगी.
अभी वो बात ही अलग है. आई थिंक इस मंच से इस बारे में चर्चा करना उचित नहीं है. But we will think about what is the best we can do in this matter.
Basically, educating the
Part of our society, there is a part of the society which is gone down that way. We have to try to bring them to, in line. And if not that, at least the next generation we should catch up. For that, Geeta Pariwar is instilling the values of Bal Sanskar. Geeta Pariwar is happily, from 35 years, Swamiji has been propagating this idea of doing Bal Sanskar, which is not just giving the right values to children in your own family, but also to this neighborhood. All the children around us should be given those values. So whatever has happened in the society, that's a different matter. But somewhere deep within, even the modern parents want their children to be sanskari. क्योंकि सबको है, चाहे हम में है ना हो, हमारे बच्चों में संस्कार आ जाए. This value is very, very much जागृत in all parents. As Geeta Parivar sadhaks, as the people of Geeta Parivar, we should ensure if they are not able to do it, let us take it on ourselves and try to pass on these values by the means of conducting some Bal Sanskar Shibirs, by teaching them Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā classes, Sanskrit shlokas, connecting them with our Sanskriti by the means of not just Sanskrit, but also by the Sanskrit language, by the patriotic values. By doing the Bal Sanskar Varga everywhere, we can revive this society. That we should try to do, so that people who have, refracted in all other directions, they come back to their original source of light, which is the Bharat Varsha. We have to take it on ourselves in some way. Right?
Thank you. Annapurna Didi is waiting. Okay. Please ask your question.
Jai Shri Krishna, madam.
Jai Shri Krishna, Annapurna ji. Pranam to you.
Only Arjuna hear that Bhagavad Gita, no Pandava, Adharma, Adharmaraja and Bhima.
They could not hear this conversation. But
Why?
later Arjun has, why? Because it was a secret conversation. And then they were also far, and then they were in the war, no? So everywhere those sound, loud sound, drums, all that was feeling. Even in the end, Arjun, Shri Krishna is only asking Arjuna, were you able to listen to everything with concentration or not? And Arjun says, yes, yes, I have heard it. So they could not hear, but after the war was over, Arjun has told about this conversation to all the other brothers also, and they have also got to hear what Shri Krishna has said, though in an indirect way.
Only Arjuna see the Vishwarupa Sandarsana. Nobody
Yes,
can't see.
nobody.
Nobody can't see. That one.
Yes, right,
That one.
right.
Why, madam?
Why? Because he only got this Divya Drishti, no, Didi.
Okay.
Others didn't ask, so others didn't get. जो मांगेगा उसको ही मिलेगा.
One time, Krishna Rai Bhara time, Dhritarashtra, he see.
Dhritarashtra got a live telecast in the way of, Sanjay. Sanjay told there was no impact on Dhritarashtra.
My madam. Oh, Mr. Krishna Rai Bhara that time.
I don't get
That
you.
time धृतराष्ट्र ने देख चुके ना.
विराट रूप, you are saying?
कृष्ण राय बारा वो युद्ध के पहले. That time धृतराष्ट्र ने देख चुके हैं ना. वो दिव्य दृष्टि दे दिया कृष्ण भगवान ने.
Divya Drishti, Dhritarashtra never got, Didi. Only Sanjay got. Sanjay has seen the Vishwarup.
बंदी करने के लिए ये धृतराष्ट्र करना सब लोग आए हैं ना. उस वक्त दिखाया बोलते हैं ना.
That is Virat Roop. That is Virat Roop. It is not Vishwaroop. It is just one. He just assumed a very big form. It is just Virat Roop. It is not Vishwaroop. That yes.
विराट रूप विश्व रूप दोनों अलग अलग है क्या?
Yes, yes. वो दोनों अलग है. विश्वरूप बहुत अलग है. विश्वरूप उससे बहुत ज्यादा बड़ा है. It is very big, very divine. Virat Roop was just one big form. He assumed a big form. एंड चतुर्भुज से भी, मतलब चतुर्भुज टाइप का बड़ा फॉर्म है वो विराट रूप. इट इज विराट. इट इज नॉट विश्व. विश्व रूप इज मच मोर देन विराट.
अलग अलग है. देन बाहर कैसे आया ये पूरा भगवत गीता?
भगवान वेद व्यास जी ने लिख दिया. सो व्हेन भगवान वेद व्यास जी wrote the Mahabharata, he saw that this conversation is very important. What Bhagwan Veda Vyasi did, he has written the entire history of Bharat as and named it Mahabharata. The name of that Granth he has given is Jai. Jai means what? This is the entire history that will take you to the victory. And then because it was the history of our country, it is also known as Mahabharata. And this is what has been written down by Bhagwan Vedavyas Ji. Now, Bhagwan Vedavyas Ji, if you see the Mahabharata, he has written down all conversations, not just Bhagavad Gita. He has written down what happened in their childhood, in the childhood of Pandavas, before that, Shantanu Maharaj, what all that history he has written down. Their conversations he has written down. What Dronacharya has taught to Pandavas and Kauravas, what kind of advices have been given by Brahmins to the Pandavas, what has happened during their vanvas, everything he has written down. And when this yuddha started, Bhagwan Vedavyasi has witnessed, because he is a Trikaldarshi. He has the Divya Drishti, he is divine. So he has heard this conversation, he saw, he felt this is very, very important. It is not only important to become a part of the story of Mahabharata, but it should be told to the future generations also. That is why he separated this part as what? As Bhagavad Gita for us. Now, has he separated only Bhagavad Gita from the entire Mahabharata? No. That Mahabharata ka part bana diya Bhagavad Gita ko. He has made that because it is a part of that conversation between the two characters of Mahabharata. He put it in Mahabharata, and then that has become a part of Bhagavad Gita. That Bhagavad Gita has become a part of that Mahabharata. He named it as a different chapter, so we are benefited like this. He has also separated other, then there is Vishnu Sahasranam also is a part of that Shanti Parva in Mahabharata. Everything he has written down. Vidur Niti, what conversation Sanjay and Vidur had, that also he has written in Mahabharata. So Mahabharata is a big grantha of 1 lakh shlokas, more than 1 lakh shlokas. So all this is written in Mahabharata. From that we are learning, from those 1 lakh shlokas, we are learning a set of 700 shlokas, which is known as Bhagavad Gita.
701 बोलते हैं ना, 30th chapter में first one.
At 13th chapter first slok, it is not there in the Bhagavad Gita.
हमारा
That
गीता
is,
परिवार में नहीं है वो, अलग अलग
हमारा गीता परिवार का, हमारा गीता परिवार और उसका परिवार ऐसा अलग नहीं है. It is not there in the मूल Bhagavad Gita. मूल Bhagavad Gita means the original scripture that we refer to from Gita press, that is written by Veda Vyasji, or that is written in this Adi Shankaracharya's book also. It is his Bhagavad Gita. No, his Bhagavad Gita Bhashya also does not have that shlok. It is believed that shloka has been introduced later to bring some kind of linkage between the 12th and 13th chapter. That shloka has been introduced. But otherwise, in the Bhashya that the Shankaracharya has given on Bhagavad Gita, there also that shloka does not come. That is why at Gita Pariwar we also don't consider it, and it is 700 shlokas only. Okay.
Yes, बुद्ध भगवान नहीं है बोलते ना, बुद्ध वो सन्यासी आश्रम में
That
है
we
ना.
will not discuss on this platform because it is a different topic altogether. That you ask Ashudev or
Then
Sadhguru.
बलरामा एक अवतार है ना.
Balaram is an avatar of Sheshanag, not of Sri Krishna.
बलरामा एंड श्री कृष्णा दोनों अलग अलग अवतार है बोलते हैं.
Yes, वो भगवान के अवतार है, भगवान के और शेषनाग. So we will, I think that is good enough for today. We can conclude the Q&A session for today.
Thank you very much. You have cleared all doubts and with clarity. So thank you very much, all Zoom users and YouTube platform. So before we ending our sessions, I would like to thank you very much, all of you. Without you, this event could be succeed. So those who are from YouTube and Zoom and social media platform, thank you very much once again. Thank you very much for our back-end and technical team. Without them, we can't arrange these sessions. So our technical team and back-end team, thank you very much. And now I would like to invite for prayer Abhijit ji. He is from Udupi, Karnataka. He is a MSW. He is doing job in media. So please welcome Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Krishna, Bhaiya. योगेशं सच्चिदानन्दौ वासुदेवौ रजप्रियं धर्मसंस्थापकौ वीरं कृष्णो वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णो जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Thank you very much, Bhaiya, for beautiful prayer. So now we move ahead. We all chant together Hanuman Chalisa and then we'll depart for next week in a new chapter.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही समभाई सहस बदन तुम रोज जस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब वीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत की तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरई हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर गोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन